What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe Podcast. My name is Matt, and with Isaiah Rodgers more than likely being suspended for the season for gambling, I figured I would look at some of the corners that are available and talk about whether or not I would sign some of these corners. But before I do that, if you're new or if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Is there any other corner that I did not mention that you think the Colts should look at and potentially sign? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. So like I said, Isaiah Rodgers, more than likely, he's not playing this year. So we're losing a corner. And more than likely, we need to add another corner. Now, there are some people out there saying, hey, let's not sign a corner. Let's let these young guys get out there, get experience, and prove themselves. Okay, next man up. And while I think that is a good idea to get these guys out there and get them some playing experience, because Julius Brents, we need him to get experience. Same with Darius Rush. Like, they got to get experience. They're rookies, so you need to get them out there if possible. But I think adding a veteran would be good for this group. You lost Stephon Gilmore, okay? I think you need to find a guy that can replace Stephon Gilmore, and now a guy that can come in and replace Isaiah Rodgers as well. So I think it would be wise to sign a experienced corner. I don't think that would be a bad idea at all. So I have 5 different corners. I'm going to talk about them. I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on whether or not I would sign these corners. So first off, let's start with the guy that most Colts fans, when talking about signing a corner, they always bring this guy up, and that is Marcus Peters, former Baltimore Raven. The last season, he had 40 solo tackles, 1 interception, and he allowed 44 receptions on 62 targets. Pretty solid year for Marcus Peters. He is 30 years old, so that is something to keep in mind as well. The previous season in 2021, didn't play. I believe he was hurt and out for the season, but in 2020, 49 solo tackles, 4 interceptions, and allowed 49 catches on 78 targets. So, Marcus Peters. In my opinion, I would definitely sign Marcus Peters. If it's a cheap deal, I'm not going to sign any of these guys for like $10 million. It's going to have to definitely be less than $10 million. But Marcus Peters is a good corner. He's a good, solid corner. Honestly, I'm surprised he's still available. I thought Marcus Peters would have been picked up by now. He's 30 years old. It's not like he's 35 or 36. He is 30, so I am pretty shocked that he's still a free agent. And honestly, there is some connection there with Chris Ballard, because he was drafted by Kansas City, and Chris Ballard was with the Chiefs at that point. So there is some connection there. Good, solid corner, got experience. I would sign him personally. So for me, I'm signing Marcus Peters, and I would be happy if they signed him. Next guy we're going to talk about is Byron Jones, former Miami Dolphin. Did not play in 2022. Again, I think he was hurt and out for the season. But in 2021, had 49 solo tackles, no interceptions, allowed 54 catches on 86 targets. And then 2020, 34 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, and allowed 40 receptions on 61 targets. He is 30 years old as well, so he does have experience. I wouldn't hate this signing, in all honesty. I wouldn't hate it. I'm not going out of my way to sign Byron Jones, but if I saw a headline that said, Colts sign Byron Jones to a 1-year deal, I would not be upset about it. I'd be fine with it. Again, it's veteran experience. He's got playing experience, which is good. I think that's something you need in this group. And so in my opinion, I wouldn't sign him. He's not the first guy I would sign anyway, but I wouldn't hate the signing. So now we're going to move on to Casey Hayward Jr. who I believe has experience with Gus Bradley. I could be wrong. But last season, 15 solo tackles, 1 interception, 16 receptions allowed on 28 targets. He is 33, so he definitely is a bit older. 21 the 2021 season, 44 solo tackles, 1 interception, allowed 30 receptions on 55 targets. Honestly, I'm not signing Casey Hayward, if I'm going to be completely honest. I think, guys like Byron Jones and Marcus Peters and a couple other guys we'll get into in a little bit, those are people I would sign over Casey Hayward. I'm not going after him personally. Yeah, he has experience. Yeah, he can be a leader for this group. I wouldn't waste anything on him personally. So, yeah, I'm not going to sign him at all. So now we're going to move on to our next guy, and that is Kyle Fuller, former Chicago Bear, also former Baltimore Raven. 2022, not a great season. 3 solo tackles, 3 receptions allowed on 5 targets. Didn't really play much that year. The previous season, 44 solo tackles, no interceptions, allowed 44 catches on 67 targets. 31 years old. That is something to keep in mind as well. No, I would honestly pass on Kyle Fuller. Again, I think there's better options out there. Not my least favorite option, but I don't think it would be a good idea to sign Kyle Fuller. Just stick with the young guys at that point. He does have the experience. I'm not going after him personally. I'm going to pass on Kyle Fuller. So, yeah, Kyle Fuller, got to pass. Sorry, man. But now we're going to move on to, I think, the most controversial option here. This is a guy that a lot of people hate, but I figured I would throw him in there. And you guys might be surprised with my opinion on him. And that is Eli Apple. We're going to talk about Eli Apple. Controversial, to say the least. 27, going to be 28 years old this upcoming season. But in 2022, had 41 solo tackles, no interceptions, allowed 41 catches on 72 targets. And then in 2021, 40 solo tackles, 2 interceptions, allowed 39 catches on 66 targets. 27 years old, former Ohio State Buckeye, played with Cincinnati, got burned in the Super Bowl quite a bit. A lot of people made fun of Eli Apple. I'll be completely honest, I would at least give him a call. I want to see what he's looking for. I thought last season he wasn't terrible. I didn't watch a lot of Cincinnati games, to be fair, so if he got burned a lot, I definitely didn't see that at all. But I don't hate the idea of bringing Eli Apple into this group. Okay, has playoff experience, played in a Super Bowl. Yeah, Super Bowl did not go great, but he does have postseason experience, which is good. I wouldn't make him your number 1 corner, personally. I wouldn't put him on guys like Stephon Gilmore, or I'm an idiot, Stephon Diggs. I wouldn't put him on guys like that. But I would stick him on like the number 2 option. I would do that. So honestly, he's not my number 1 choice. But let's say Marcus Peters gets signed by a team tomorrow. And the Colts go, you know what? We need to get a corner. I would definitely consider Eli Apple. I'm going to be honest. I would sign him, and I would not hate it if they signed him. I know some people are going to probably be upset that I have that opinion. Some people are going to probably say, oh, Matt, you're stupid. You're dumb. Eli Apple sucks. He stinks. Look, man, he's got experience. He's not a bad player. Again, 41 receptions allowed on 72 targets. That's pretty good, in my opinion. And then, of course, 41 tackles. I want to see him get interceptions. That's something I want to see for sure. But I'll be honest. Former first-round pick, top 10 pick overall. I would sign him, personally. Again, not my first option. Marcus Peters is my number 1 choice. But Eli Apple would be my second or third, if I'm going to be honest. So, Yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Again, let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know if there's other corners that I did not mention in the comments down below, and that's gonna do it. Thank you very much for watching. If you're new, haven't already, I would greatly appreciate if you click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon so you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you like this video, smack the like button again. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There's a link in the description down below. So thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, and I'll see you next time. Bleed blue, and bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other two videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.